You may have noticed I didn't review Godzilla 1998. Well, there is a reason for that. I went straight from, the end of Godzilla and then Godzilla being brought out of retirement in Godzilla 2000. That's because I know fans would just jump down my throat about me saying I liked Godzilla 1998, and plus I uploaded it, but it uploaded after a movie that came before it. Like, something happened there, and I deleted it, and I realized I had already deleted it on my phone, and I don't think the movie's really worth redoing it, because I already redid the vid like 3 times, because people kept walking through my room. So yeah, now we're talking about a film directly after Godzilla 2000 called Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, or Megaguirus, or whatever. Teddy Rubskin couldn't pronounce this name either. He called it Godzilla versus Maguire or something like that. I can't remember what he said. Versus MacGyver, that was it. It was pretty funny. He's a good guy. I like his reviews. But so yeah, we're gonna do a long, detailed review. We're not gonna do anything crappy or stupid this time. All right, let's talk. Basically, this movie has a creature that you could call the same Godzilla from the past movie, who just looks a tad bit different, who just shows up. He's got, like, the purple spikes and stuff, and he just shows up. And I thought the effects were pretty great, actually. Like, whenever you see his, like, spikes coming out of the water and stuff. But my friend watched it with me, and for an outsider's opinion, he said that it was really terrible. But that's just him. I like classic effects. I admit, a lot of this stuff looked like it was a little scratchy, I guess you could call it, or, like, sketchy. Kind of like all, yeah. But, like the spikes in the water scene, it looked a little out there, like when his head came out of the water and stuff, Godzilla's head. But overall, pretty great movie, and the main villain is considered a Batra ripoff. It's mainly just a creature that looks exactly like Batra, except there's a, few big differences. But he's actually a pretty cool Daikeiju, though. He's pretty strong. He can, like, knock Godzilla back really far and stuff. Kind of like a Mothra Batra kind of creature, megaguirus or whatever, megaguirus. And this Millennium Godzilla, this new and improved Godzilla, is back in his second film to fight this megaguirus, alright? And they really kind of put a story behind the whole Godzilla Millennium thing. Not like Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah did, like they don't give us a story as to why Godzilla is the way he is, this Millennium Godzilla. They just give a story, like not really a generic one or a wacky one, just pretty much about a family and stuff, and it's like a little boy and stuff. And we find out that, like, all kinds of stuff is happening, and there's people that remember the older attacks, like Godzilla attacks back in, like, in the old days or whatever, and they, like, redo flashbacks with Millennium Godzilla, like, replacing the other Godzillas, and kind of like the way Species 3 did. If you ever saw the movie Species 3, they're in the beginning, they kind of introduce it, like, talking about the past Species films, and they show some clips from the old Species movies, but since they only have one, animatronic for the Cell character, the new Cell, Sarah, since they only have one animatronic for her, or animatronic, and they don't want to show the past, character because they have this new one, they use, like, her in the flashback scenes, even though that's not what she looked like. So that's pretty much what they do here, and they, like, kind of, like, make it look like black and white, kind of like the screen color looks a little bit more black and white. The track, like, the whole music of this movie was pretty good, actually. I don't know why people like to buy tracks of movies, like, separately. Like, what are you going to do? Like, honestly, I can see the point, but what are you going to do? Sit in a room with your radio and just listen to a freaking track? I mean, no offense to people if they actually do that, but I just think that's kind of pointless. Just watch the movie again, or whatever, I don't know. I guess it would be easier if you wanted to hear the theme to just buy the track, but whatever. So, this Godzilla is looking pretty cool, not much different than the past Godzilla, got the purple spikes and stuff, and he's fighting this megaguirus character. So, basically this megaguirus, is born or whatever, and there's, like, slime everywhere and stuff, and he's about the size of a human being, and he, like, kills this guy and keeps feeding and becomes bigger. And we really start to notice CGI showing up, like whenever this megaguirus flies, like there's like a specific scene I remember in the movie where they're like, it's like the people are talking or whatever, and then like megaguirus or megaguirus, whatever, just like flies, like between buildings or something really fast, and there's like a cool like CGI ripple behind him, like the air literally like slices in two for a second. Like I don't know, it just leaves like a sonic wave behind him. And it's like wah or whatever. And that was pretty cool. But the final battle was actually pretty awesome. You know, the effects were, like I said, they were like they were up and down. But overall, I thought it was pretty great. Acting, you know, I'm sure, you know what, one thing I realized in these movies is it's the American voiceover people that make the characters annoying. The child characters always have that really weird, high-pitched, stupid voice. I mean, and I'm sure that'll really make someone mad who actually did those voiceovers, but I don't care. Like, I watched the Japanese versions, and even though I couldn't tell what they were saying, you got a more scary feel to it. Like, these movies are like horror movies. It was like all like terrifying, and they're like deep voices, and they're like screaming, like bloody murder screaming and stuff. And it just seems really intense, like it's really happening. But we get the American version where it's like, Papa, I'm scared. And it just seems so stupid. And that's what makes these movies, you know, seem stupid or whatever. But the voiceovers weren't that bad. But like I said, still pretty bad. Their mouths didn't exactly line up with what they were saying, of course. And for some reason that bothers people. But I don't know why, because that's obviously going to be expected of a movie like this. Expected from a movie like this. I honestly thought, like I said, it was pretty good, so go check that out. Godzilla versus megaguirus.